This is a baobab tree, which is it's an fantastic and hilarious species of tree. They say, it's the tree that's upside down by nature, and it can survive the most brutal conditions without water for days on end. It's very cool. Um, and out of all my trees, obviously the baobab trees are the ones that's climating best to the new weather down here in Italy, because it's a lot hotter than home in Denmark, and I feel like they didn't get enough sun and heat back home. And for example, also today I worked on one of my large trees, which I feel like is getting too much heat down here. So I gotta make some shade for those. But this one is very happy with all the heat and the complete dry air and all that. So that's good to see that it's not everything is bad for the trees with all the new heat. Very happy about that. I've never wired these baobab trees or anything, so that's going to be exciting to try and see how bendable the branches are. And many of them grow on the savanna down in on Madagascar, and in Africa in general. So I want to try to make it have a flat top and then branches out this way, so it's like a savanna tree. I'm gonna, just a good rule of thumb is to always just try to aspire and make your trees how they actually look in nature. And I'm gonna try to achieve this with my baobab tree as well, obviously. See how bendable it is. Feels very bendable. This one not so much, but it's also long. Probably just gonna use it as a sacrificial branch to thicken the trunk, and then use the smaller ones here to establish the flat top that they have in nature. Yes. Or maybe I can actually bend it. Maybe actually. Then I have two splits. I'm probably gonna split this behind so it doesn't interrupt with the other trunk, which I think it's kind of nice that it's split. Maybe not. Maybe it's too far up. Because when you have a trunk splitting, you can do it, but it needs to be pretty close to the ground for it to look aesthetically good. I don't know if I want to cut the small one off and then just go with the big one and try to flatten the crown of the tree. I'll keep it for now. Yes. These branches are way easier to bend than I expected, which is very nice. I will not complain about that. These two branches on top are just going to be sacrificial, which means they're just going to thicken the trunk for it to look more, for it to look better. Yes, that's the only work I want to do so far in this tree. I have two more I want to try to do something with. Yes. This next baobab tree, it only has 2 branches. And the funny thing is that the other 2 trees I pruned a bit before they actually started coming into leaf, because they drop the leaves sometimes, the baobab trees. But the other ones, which I pruned, they have tons of branches coming out of them, but this one only has 2. And I think it's because I didn't prune it. So trees, they really, if you want them to get new branches everywhere, just prune them, because the tree will think it's under threat, and then I need to create a lot of branches to get the energy for surviving. But I'm only gonna take this one down and then use that one again as a sacrificial branch to thicken the trunk. Very fast.